Today, as shown, we have a map, I believe. This map, thank you. As shown on this map, we have a total of 21 states that have legalized marijuana for medical purposes. 16 of the states have decriminalized the possession of small amounts of marijuana. But every one of these changes in state marijuana laws have taken place against the same background. Possession of any amount of marijuana is still a criminal penalty under federal law. Now, the question I have is, what role should the federal government play in those states where marijuana use is legal? I think it's important first to identify the areas in which there's broad agreement and common ground. For example, the federal government in those states that have legalized marijuana in some way all agree on the necessity of preventing the distribution of marijuana to minors. Likewise, there's agreement about the need to prevent criminal enterprises from profiting from marijuana sales, and the goal of reducing violent crime, the dangers associated with drug driving. These are important safety concerns, and I appreciate everybody who's acting to address those from the federal to the state and to the local law enforcement. Now, I hope, though, that there might be agreement on the fact we can't be satisfied with the status quo. We know the black market for illegal marijuana in this country endangers public safety. The black market continues to contribute to violence along the southwest border. It continues to thrive despite the billions of dollars that have already been spent on enforcement efforts at the federal, state, and local levels. It's also clear that the absolute criminalization of personal marijuana use has contributed to our nation's soaring prison population. It's disproportionately affected people of color. And in this context, it's no surprise that states are considering new calibrated solutions that reach beyond the traditional laws. And anybody who, and two of us say right here, who have been prosecutors, know that you can't begin to prosecute all of the laws that are on the books. You don't have the resources. The question is, what resources should we use and where? I asked the administration last December for its responses to the measures, especially Colorado and Washington. It took some time, but I'm encouraged by the policy guidance the Deputy Attorney General recently provided to federal prosecutors. Federal agents and prosecutors have scarce investigative resources. I really don't think they should be devoting them to pursuing low-level users of marijuana who are complying with the laws of their states. The president said last year, there are bigger fish to fry.